Hello, welcome back to RTR Imperium Surrectum. Today I'll be your host in the hot seat. It looks like things are going a lot better than last I saw this save. We have more land, we have more armies, our land's actually safe now as opposed to the tenuous state that I left it in and the saving your disaster campaign state that I got it in. So yeah, I think our campaign's officially stabilized. It's just a question of getting to be a point where it's good. Before we get too deep into save analysis though, a message from Red Zed to summarize the previous bit and what I know from his episode, because it obviously hasn't aired live when I first get the save. Our coffers were empty, and our vaults all we could find were rats. But all hope is not lost. A new capital must be reclaimed to make sure our new Egyptian vassals pay their dues. Sure, it's not shiny and good and nice and wealthy like our last one, but for some reason our new people like to send money to it. After all, money brings men, and men are what we need right now to kill the constant and increasingly annoying Ptolemaic armies. Well, good luck, Tritigos. Now we've got some money, but will we have enough men? P.S. Are we Nalcratians, not Rhodians now? And I mean, yeah, we're definitely Nalcratians. We're the Nile Delta faction. Rhodes doesn't really have much to do with this campaign at this point, especially because of this. This boat's dead. This navy's dead. It's all of our boats. This guy on the boats, he's dead too. That's a lot of ships. It was very unlikely we could keep our boats safe long enough to snowball a navy. But if we had been able to do it, we could theoretically have taken control of the Mediterranean. But that's really just getting us Rhodian slingers, right? Like, it's not actually that helpful. And you might be like, oh, you can withdraw from battle. You can't. See this skull here? You fight to the death in risk. There's no such thing as surviving a naval battle you lost. And I can withdraw as in not attack, but you'll see when I get attacked during the end turn, I can't do that. So I'm just gonna save myself some money in the upkeep phase by disbanding all those boats, because there's no chance in hell that we win 6v12 on hard difficulty, or very hard difficulty rather. Now the military's doing a lot better. We're going to condense these troops down and leave behind one hoplitase to get retrained. We're gonna leave the better of the two governors. Step out of the town because we want that additional movement next turn. They're good, they're perfectly happy with that. You're not happy, but you're building this so you'll become happy. These are some efficient garrisons. Taking a look at the forts, we have a 1 mercenary 9 upkeep fort. That's wonderful. That's perfect, I love that. And looking at the fort wall, this one appears to be a little bit redundant. Technically, they can walk here into zone of control and then walk here out of zone of control the next turn, but you'll probably never need this fort. There's no reason to break it right now, but I'm looking to break this as soon as possible, and having looked around the save a good bit, Alexandria is not holdable. I thought it was when I was doing editing. I thought you could build a fort here and you could only get to it like this, but there's, as you can see by the road here, there's so many paths in here. You would need like 4 forts to hold Alexandria, and I hear it's been enslaved since the last time I burned it down. So maybe Alexandria is not holdable. And speaking of not being able to hold Alexandria, I probably shouldn't have burned it down as much as I did. Realistically, I definitely should have kept the economic buildings because there's so much money on extreme mode very hard that they don't do anything meaningful for the AI. It only hurt us to burn down the money buildings. But like, we're never gonna hold Alexandria. It's a meaningless mistake, and it was really funny to burn the library, so I don't regret it too much. But Alexandria is not really holdable. Fighting for it's just really like distracting enemy armies. And speaking of enemy armies, let's look around. I've been told, yes, the stack's out here and my spy is next to them. They're so good at hiding. I meant to click on the stack. And I don't want my spy out here. I want my spy moving around near my armies, keeping an eye on stuff. Wait, what are you? That's nothing, it's just 3 guys. I mean, 3 guys that like all have +3 on all their stats, but still, nothing too important. Kyrene or Ptolemaic diplomat doesn't matter. And I've been told there's an army to ourselves somewhere, but honestly, I imagine there is armies in every direction. All right, there he is, it's a full stack army. And I imagine there are more coming. I'm gonna start walking over in this direction with my diplomat. Now I think what's most likely is we go right and we try to push our fort wall east. Theoretically, it's only a couple of forts around this area, I think 1, 2, 3, to fully prevent land travel from their territories here, which would be really helpful. But I have to take this first before I can move that fort wall. And there's only so far we can take before we start having to fight Egyptian armies, and I'm not sure we'll ever be able to. For now, we're still expanding our territory in the Delta, so we want to walk east towards the new lands. We definitely want to retrain this, recruit another hoplitase. I think we're already recruiting hoplitase in both of these, we are. So I think that's pretty much all we can do with our money. I'd like to save the rest for mercenaries regardless. This family member doesn't need to be here. I can actually run this guy further forward and start considering offensive forts this turn. Offensive forts might sound like a strange thing. Let's get forward and see what we see. All right, so we have a half stack here. When I say offensive forts, what I mean is I can put down a fort that separates their army and land I don't control. So I can just walk over to here, drop a fort, and then this army can't get south. Now, obviously that's not currently true because they can go around. I know there's gotta be something I can do here. So I've looked at this and I know I can scrounge up money because I don't need the stables. There is no chance that we ever recruit pro-Dromoy in Rhodes. That's not happening. I'm not sure what building I had selected anymore once that popped up, but yeah, we don't need the cavalry stables. I do have access to more money. But the issue is I'm still not convinced there's any use for forts right now. Because if I fort here, he can just walk around to the other one. If I fort here, he can still walk all the way around to the other one. There's too many forts I need to drop to do it right now, but I am okay to do it next turn. And in that same vein, this fort will not matter next turn, guaranteed, because the zone of control would catch. I'm gonna bring this guy over for a potential fort wall next turn. I'm looking to segregate this and get something done, but I don't know if I can actually do it. That spy is a little bit uncomfortably far away. We're gonna be using our diplomat spy next turn. It's gonna suck. I think that's it for the turn, so let's go watch Admiral the Navigator die. Because as cool as his name is, that boat was doomed the moment it got caught by the Ptolemies.
Our ships are under attack!
See, no withdrawal button. Just cannot do it. All right, let's take stock of the Egyptian movement. This guy's still here. That garrison's still there. Half stack still here. Don't see the army coming back, so we're definitely safe for it from at least a turn. Or safe from it for at least a turn, rather. Words are hard. I don't see where this is. Presumably it's wandered south or east. This is still 9 guys. Oh. Yeah, I found that stack in 19. Shit. That's really annoying. Why are you specifically there? Why don't you want to go west? All right, so now we get into the awkward phase where because this army's here, I can't take this strip of the Nile. A fort here. A fort here, 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 and here. 5 forts could pin them inside of it. We don't even have the units to garrison 5 forts. Complete non-starter. Praxenos died at sea. I wouldn't say it's a disaster, I would just say it's a naval battle. And I really don't know what the next step is here. Like, do I just go conquer Alexandria again? Because I can, it's there, it's right for the picking. We can enslave it for what I think might be a 3rd time this campaign. I don't see an alternative move. We need them to leave. Yeah, let's just go sack Alexandria again. I don't know what else to do, really. Make ladders and as many siege towers as we can, while still getting the full 5 units, or 5 build slots rather. We can bring over 2 of these newly recruited hoplites, and we can build up to 5 siege equipment. We're gonna take ladders and towers, as many towers as we can build. This settlement might technically be okay without a garrison. It's not. It's not even close. Yeah, yours is a garrison hoplite, sorry. Looking at the movement on these guys, it's apparent to me that being inside of a fort means they're not getting the additional movement from being in a named unit. So I'm gonna step out with these 2 just so that I have more movement in the future turns when I try to jump out and separate them up. But for now, he's just gonna stand here with that slinger, waiting for, there's only 1 guy in this town. How bad do I think the AI is? There's a real chance it tries to sally forth immediately.
Yes, Stratago.
I can't lose anything from doing this. Yeah, maintain siege. I think he's going to sally forth and let me just take the city instantly before this guy knows what the fuck happens. You know, thinking on it, doesn't that mean I'll just get sieged immediately afterwards? Well, it's too late, I've done it now. It's too late, I've made the decision. I'm going to start farms in every one of these settlements that can have farms started. That's most of my money gone. Let's rephrase that. Pretty much all of my money gone. Sit on the rest for forts and mercs next turn. I might just exterminate Alexandria for more immediate cash, but that can't be right. We'll enslave it, send it to the rest of the Delta, and back to Lindos, which is really funny. This settlement has 7,300 pop. I think most of that's just slaves from the Nile Delta. This is not actually a Rhodian city anymore. This spy doesn't fucking matter. He doesn't need to be here, does he? Yeah, get marching. We're gonna need you eventually over on the other side. And our diplomat is in fact still down here. I believe he got trapped in the past like everyone does. Taking a look at us, we're allies with like all the Greeks. We've been selling allegiance. The Antigonians are currently at war with Boeotians, Epirus, and Spartans. So I might be able to sell allegiance to the Athenians as I'm making my way out of here.
Speak with them at once.
The boundless treasury, very generous. 6,000 is allegedly balanced.
We see no benefit to us.
Oh, come on, don't lie to me. I know you think it's a good alliance. Penny to see if you're trolling me.
Regretfully,
They don't want anything
we
to do
must
with
decline.
me. Okay, fair.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, we did not have as much movement as I expected us to. It's winter, that'd be why.
Yes, my lord.
I'm gonna scout around with this diplomat and try to sell allegiance to those other people. Don't be. It's pretty big. There's a lot of stacks around, man. At least this one has a lot of bad units in it, but still.
Yes, my
Well, that's problematic. Anyway, that's gonna be the end of the turn for real this time. Oh my god, I was right. They do immediately attack. Now the question is, do I risk this guy's life or do I play it out? I'm playing it out. I just want to see if this works. I want to see if they instantly realize they messed up and siege me down, if their AI is actually as brain dead as it's been looking in the previous videos. Cool, back off. Slingers, come hide in this one trait. Horses, get ready to run in a circle for a long time. Oh hey, we've done the thing again. If you've seen my Athens campaign, you've seen this move before. I don't know what causes the twinkle toes, but here we are. They'll get to us someday. Just not this day. I'm looking around to see if anyone's like out of the group or something. They all appear to be here. But there's like people keep jumping around in the middle of the formation for no reason. And they can't move, at least not well. It's very strange. All right, their shields are on their left side, so I want them to turn to their right when they attack. All right, we're good. We can start attacking.
Waiting for orders. Move,
All right, circle around.
quickly.
How much did you do? Anything? Like anything at all? 5 guys, actually. Just don't see the corpses yet. We don't want to fully rotate them around. We just want to run back and forth like this. Keep them roughly facing the wrong direction. When the volley comes, we can circle around again. This is so dumb, by the way. I'm comfortable doing this on triple speed at this point, by the way. Oh, they turned around. Maybe I shouldn't have been. Please don't make... Wait, stop shooting, stop shooting. It's very important that you don't shoot now. Please don't make me do this again. I like the part where you were paying attention. Right, they've got us, but it's fine. I should have used the horn earlier, but I wasn't thinking. Yeah, turned around instantly, huh? I wish my units were this responsive. Look off as the first horse gets there. I mean, we got some people. We did something. But yeah, they're really interested in these slingers, which like they should be. This is the whole fight, is can I get the slingers to kill them? So far, it's going pretty solidly. My slingers have killed, you know, 25% of them. But they've also used about 25% of their ammo, so the end of this is gonna be pretty sketch. 5 real-life minutes later, I don't think they're gonna last too much longer here. They're down to just 2 guys.
Orders completed, Commander.
Let's see how they fare. Actually, both still alive, but that'll definitely be the fight.
Orders completed, Commander.
Really? You're gonna make me run them down with the cav? There we go. Just in case I have to run them down in city fights. Oh, right. If I do have to do that. Well, I'm just gonna end the battle now to see if I do. There's no way, right? Because it's gonna be the same as a siege. Heroic victory. Yeah, definitely. All right, so we have the settlement.
We have conquered.
We immediately enslave for obvious reasons. Now, what happens next? Do they all die? Because that would make sense. I can't help but notice the army directly next to us, and there's probably 2 more in Fog of War. No, we're good. That works for some reason. The army's still just standing there. What the fuck is happening? Okay. Sure, why not? That's good for me. I can't complain, but I am a little bit confused. Goodbye, Campiagn, whoever you were. Somebody got married, multiple towns grows, makes sense. I don't know that we can afford to build these. Well, that's a slight problem. By chance, is there a ton of money I can make here? You don't even have recruitment. Why don't you have recruitment? Maybe I don't want to enslave Alexandria. Maybe that's not helpful. Let's get this spy moving. Where's this stack that was to our south? Oh. Shit, it's just right there. Okay, I thought it would have like gone somewhere, done something. But hey, I mean, same deal here, right? Let's circle around to this side. This is the whole reason I've been bringing this by back, is to see what's happening here. We have a half stack and a full stack. Oh, that's terrible, that's awful. I was really hoping that I could drop a fort here, here, and here, and segregate off the eastern half of their kingdom just completely before they started flooding in. I might still want to. Quick check, how holdable is this? This is safe. That leads directly to enemy territory, so there are fucking so many entrances to this town. This town is not holdable. Like, it's obviously non-viable to fort wall down here. Anything south of the river is in danger. But looking at it, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forts to close this. Then you need to close like all the eastern crossings. And there's so much room to travel through the desert. Like, it's not just the edge next to the Nile that you can traverse. I'm not sure how to take more land here safely. It's very awkward. Because the amount of forts I need to secure this is just nuts. And I think I'm just unable to take Memphis as well at that point. And I really want Memphis. The happiness would be tremendous. Or I assume it would be tremendous. Surely nullifying the culture penalty of Egyptian buildings would be important for us, right? A fort here would essentially wall both crossings if I also owned this town. The issue is owning that town's not really an option, right? I don't need to wall all 3 of these. A fort here and a fort here would zone a control wall in the middle as well. It's not as bad as it looks, but it's pretty terrible. The issue is you'd also have to fort up Memphis, which would be like a fort wall like this. It's so bad. There's just no way to hold anything past the Delta because they have so many armies. Like, these aren't gonna stop coming. Let's just take out Alexandria. That's already happened. And then I can debate what the next part of the play is after this, because there's just so much shit happening. There are so many enemy units. And so in a situation like this, where you outnumber the enemy, what you do is just figure out what point the walls aren't defended at, and it looks like the answer is like most of them. And then you attack at that point, you run a lap around the city, and then you start working from there. So I'll be back with you once I own almost all of the walls. I'm gonna leave this part in their control because I don't want to fight on the walls. That's always terrible without fail. I'm gonna leave everyone on the rams in their current positions for a long while. Otherwise, this guy will start running around the walls and actually trying to do something instead of standing there and slowly dying. I wasn't expecting telling them to run up this tower because them take as many wounds as they did. But I guess they're fine. Yeah, that's how you want to route to what I told you to do. Fucking go for it, man. Who am I to tell you how to move around a city? I'm just the general. You know what? I didn't like these Egyptian skirmishers anyway. They have now been relegated to eventually being a garrison, as the way they routed caused them to get shot by every tower they were running to. You clowns. Also, why is this place still in ruins? Fix your shit, Egypt. You have infinite money. Anyway, I guess you can throw javelins at these horses now. Have fun. Yeah, that was pretty solid, actually. Oh yeah, these guys are just running around next to my towers as well. I'm shocked to find out they're out of range. I own basically all the stuff over here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get one of these slingers up on the walls. I imagine he'll just route this way automatically, right? Yeah, he'll go through the tower. Who's this guy? How'd you get here? What's he doing? Anyway, these guys can continue to throw their jabs until they run out, and I'm not really too concerned about the actual results they get. They're a useless unit. They were originally kind of okay, but they're fucked now. I've ruined them. Just the rat-a-tat-tat sound effect of good AI, huh? Once these are to the top, you can absolutely wreck these hoplites, because, I mean, you know, they're looking the wrong way, AP rocks, they're exhausted, Oh, they're coming back? Actually, stop. Wait for them to turn around again so you can throw at their backs. No reason to waste ammo. They're just staying up there, huh? All right, now you can kill them. Yeah, that's just the whole squad wipes. Stop, stop, stop. Spending 4 volleys on 2 guys is actually insulting. How dare you? I'm gonna tell this to run around the other side so it can start doing the same deal over here. Looks like not too much more is happening on this side, so I'll just ignore it for the time being. The Rhodian Slingers have made it to their destination, putting them on guard mode so they don't try to do anything stupid. But this should just kill them instantly. Yeah. Stop, I don't want you to waste your last ammunition. Shoot at them. Rhodian Slingers just doing God's work up here. Looks like we're not getting too much done from the front, but I have 4 units of Rhodian Slingers, so I'm not actually overly concerned about utilizing ammo perfectly. Oh, you've turned around, thank you. And you've also turned your back and your shieldless side too, man. Cool, good job, Rhodian Slingers. 2 units down, just like that. Are you still on the wall? You are. Looking at the map, we have the general there running around. We have 1 guy on the point. We have a guy over here. We have this guy on the wall. I'm gonna bring my general in and see if the guy will get off the wall. The AI tends to change its course pretty drastically when your general enters the town. I know this will go to the point. I don't know if this will get off the wall. Wait, what are you doing? Those are slingers. Okay, they're just moving around to the point, nothing special. Ah, yes, we own the towers. You could walk into the city and just climb up, but yeah, why not? This seems fun. Just fucking pack yourself in there like sardines. Looking at the range of my slingers, which I believe is higher than a normal slinger, isn't it? Yes. This looks like it goes very poorly for the enemy slingers, doesn't it? Yeah, we're all posted up here and we can just shoot them and they can't shoot us back. And they don't have shields. I was expecting them to react when I started doing this, but I guess I'll just slowly grind them down. This is fine. Where's the rest of the unit? Because I'm not seeing 19 guys here. 12, but I can count 6. The game's done something fucky. Is that them? I found the rest of the Greek slingers. It's probably why they didn't react. I'm gonna bring my general in and come kill those slingers. There's nothing really to defend them that I see. Oh, my general doesn't know how to get to them. He's like, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know what slingers you're talking about. All right, now he knows about the other ones. Interesting. Let's see what happens. I'm interested in this. Oh yeah, we found them.
Attack quickly!
I mean, obviously we're still trying to get to the other ones, but it's fine. I need to wipe this out so the AI will start behaving differently so I can figure out how I need to manipulate things. Are we fighting someone over here? What's happening? No, we're just confused. Get out. I don't trust this. So their cavalry's coming all the way out after us, apparently. Which is a bit surprising. But I'll gladly run them on a chase through all of the towers and slingers I have. Wasn't really expecting them to keep coming. Where are their hoplites? Before I get got, what have they done with them? Oh, they're just over here too. That's sad. Yeah, just feel free to throw at them. There's no reason not to. You're a bit more spread out than I expected you to be, but it's fine. Are they not being shot by the towers? There we go. Towers just have surprisingly short range and get me every time. Anyway, they should be pretty close to the second batch. Yep. And the third batch should be around here. As they pass this one, I'll throw here as well. I'm honestly surprised at how little damage they're taking, but they'll go down eventually. Yeah, they're pretty damn close to that. I'm willing to spend the ammo on this, though. I don't see any reason not to. Cool, that unit is all but dead. Same with the slingers. Are the 304 reacting yet? No, of course not. Well, let's bring in the spears. I'm sorry, these are the slingers again? Oh, that's 304 away. Which 304 are you? There's 72 of them. I don't even know where they came from. There's the same unit of 72 guys. They're the ones on the walls. I didn't know you existed. Okay, back off here. What we're gonna do is just form lines of spearmen here. Put one up on the top. That way you can rotate in reserves and try to flank around once this starts. Oh, are you just done? Is that where you were going? Or did you just break in half because you're in 2 places? Hard to say. Pathfinding is a beautiful thing. I obviously pulled out a line here and they got very confused with the details of that. Cool, surround and kill. Easy enough. I'm gonna tell you to just come this way to make sure that you don't run into the backs of other people and get confused, because that happens all too often. 304 on the wall, broken slingers, broken horsemen. Really nothing else happening. They're very much dead.
Attack! Quickly!
Every time I hover over a unit like this 304, I always briefly wonder if they're going to tell me they're winning. And I'm glad when they don't. That 304 still isn't reacting. I guess I'll come win then. Like, I don't need to do any more cheese. I've cheesed hard enough already. There's no one left to defend you. The game's over. Oh no, they're charging on the gates at us. I've failed to click on the enemy, but I imagine it's fine, yeah.
This is no way for a leader to behave.
Bring my cavalry forward while all of these guys handle the rest.
The gods be praised! The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom approaches!
The 304 are still on the wall. There they go. They figured it out. Now, can you get back in under 3 minutes? Do I even need to send an intercept?
Orders completed, Commander.
Yeah, they don't get back in a minute and a half. They're dead. They were not even close to making it back. End battle. We lost 60 guys for their 600. Honestly, I'm not even sure if a consistent 1-to-10 ratio would beat Egypt at our current numbers. Now, enslaving would normally be pretty good, but if I enslave Alexandria, it might cause happiness issues. However, I can't not click this button. I just need it. I need to click that. I need to destroy this for money. Alcratis has to grow. Sais can't grow. So earlier I said we absolutely don't need the stables, and we probably don't need the city barracks. That's still not enough money. Let's see what else we can sell. I'm gonna go talk to Athens again. They wanted to buy an alliance from me a second ago. I just upset them by offering an unfair deal.
Speak with them at once.
They think that this is generous. They have the money for it. There's no reason they should say no to it.
A most generous
Cool,
proposal.
6,000 for that alliance. Hell yeah. Sparta's at war with the Antigonids. Can't be making an alliance with them. I believe the same is true of the Boeotians, but I'll just check. It's faster to click this.
At once.
Yep, they're at war as well. Greek city-states, are you at war? You are not, but you're already allied, so what's it worth? The Acarnanian diplomat's right there.
Speak with them.
He's not actually reachable, though. I'll slowly walk around this way, I guess. This place is a nightmare. Oh, hey, Athens down the Ptolemies. Nice. I think I can confidently say that we're not recruiting horses here, right? If we ever get tier 2 recruitment, things are going great, but we're probably not doing it for horses, yeah? Considering there are no recruitable horses at tier 2. What about at tier 3? That can't be right. What? Prodromoi come in at tier 3 in this settlement? Nah, man, I don't think we're gonna make it to tier 3 and recruit the Prodromoi. That sounds wrong. We'll go ahead and destroy the stables. We are 300 gold short because I'm a goofball who went for tribute instead of single payment because I just assumed they'd be more likely to say yes. And I was afraid of offending them again. Rhodes can go to very high taxes, and this can go to normal taxes, so that's neat. But again, it's not helpful right now. I've been able to increase taxes virtually everywhere, but none of that helps right now. And honestly, thinking on it, I have to recruit these hoplites anyways. There's just no way to start that building in the first place. Oh, this one's literally building a farm at the minute. We can build the other one then, because we just have to. There's no reason to queue up a building after a farm. There's no reason to cancel a farm that's half built. So we'll accept the problem. And now is where it gets really interesting because we have to decide what to do with this army. Obviously, Alexandria didn't like that. Maybe it wasn't so good to have lost so many of them after all.
Yes, strategos.
It doesn't look like I need the full 100 Acantisti here. I'm gonna send this back and see if I can get away without the full 100. I can, so I don't want to click on the pharaohs, please. I'm gonna send this to Alexandria, and now we're just barely sorted. They might get angrier in the future, but they'll get dead like right afterwards, so who even cares? This is just temporary income and a distraction for the Egyptians. So with virtually every Hotseat episode around the 30-minute mark, which is where I know the video is at right now, I'll be taking a break to edit it down and make sure I'm at the halfway point that I think I am, because I'm trying to go for about an hour every episode, and that does mean I need to play for about 2 hours exactly. and I don't want to make a video that's actually 2 hours long, so I need to make sure the editing's going according to plan. And so far it is. But a problem with that, the reason I bring it up, is because I don't remember if I moved these spies before I saved. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I moved my diplomat knowing I was going to save, which is then an assumption that I've moved the spy and moving him again would be cheating. Not 100% sure, but that sounds true to me. Anyway, thankfully it only resets your agent movement, not your army movement when you reload a save, because that would be really abusable, and it means I need to get back to my original decision. What the hell am I doing here? And that's just a good question for the whole campaign, isn't it? But like more specifically, if this army's chilling here, and that army's chilling there, trying to fort wall this up to prevent armies from coming in from the east, like who cares? I've already lost to what's here already. I can't take that. And I can safely assume that this settlement's about to get conquered. So these people don't want to be here. The general wants to be somewhere else, and the Rhodian slingers are not the unit that gets sacrificed. Somebody else is the unit that gets sacrificed. You, 5 guys. I like how cheap you are. I really do. But I can't be sacrificing a full unit of Rhodian slingers when I basically can't replace them. So I have to make that change. Drop the taxes to low here. And now we get into the awkward thing where I had 2 options with this army. I can attack nothing, commit suicide on the east, or walk here and bet that I can just not get attacked. The AI's been staggeringly stupid up until this point. Even if they do come around and attack me, which I don't believe they're capable of doing, I'm not quite sure why, but my experience with fort walls so far has been that the AI is so bad at traversing them that they'll just like see the fort wall and freak out and do nothing. So what I think I'm gonna do is lay siege here, because if I do that, then even if they attack me, I can go into the battle, withdraw immediately, and retreat all the way back to this with relative ease. And I expect to actually retreat further back than these settlements based on how it tends to go. So I think we're safe to just come siege this. First, I'm gonna walk out on this lone general, get a look around. I'm pretty sure this other army's still right there. I'm almost certain that I saw it during this turn. Are there mercs in this region? Are there mercs in this region? Yes. So I would assume that if I go into one of these tiles, I have access to those same mercs, right? Not here? Maybe not then. Okay, yes, they are here. Is this the same group of mercs? It is. It's weird that they're discontiguous, that the one between these 2 settlements doesn't use the same mercenary group. That doesn't quite seem right, but regardless. Right, the money that I don't have. What am I buying these mercs with? What am I talking about? I don't have to build this. I can cancel this and buy 2 mercenaries right now. The thing is, 2 mercenaries is not enough to open a gate. Or build a battering ram, rather, in 1 turn. There's only 1 guy here. I think I know a cheese for this. I don't know if it still works, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna recruit these horse archers. I'm gonna send the horse archers around the city to here. And I'm gonna walk specifically to this tile and siege the city. And again, we're making bets that the AI is really bad and that I'm going to be sallied against before they move, just like happened here. If that's the case, what the AI used to do is say, this army beats that army, I'm going to sally. Because it does the math for the attack centering around your unit. But with a sally defense that centers around the city, meaning it doesn't expect this army to be here. So it'll calculate wrong and I can cheese it with baiting the sally that way. This is also the plan. It's all like very YOLO, Egypt is incompetent, ha ha ha, what are they gonna do, attack me? Quote, man attacked. But I don't really have it all. Right, yeah, you were just in the trees. Could you just not be there anymore, please? That's a lot of heavy cav, but not hoplites. Real quick, are they good heavy cav? I don't think they are. No, 21 charge, 9 armor, 29 defense, 21 charge, 13 melee attack. They are not good heavy cav. Yeah, let's wipe this out. I don't know why you're not retreating. All right, I'm just gonna move forward at the start of this. You don't need to be here.
This is hopeful.
You are right next to the enemies. Please stop doing that. Wait, they just started leaving, I think. I hate it when the AI does this. Why waste my fucking time? Why pretend? We've done nothing. You haven't even lost stamina. You just changed your mind the moment I got ready to actually play the fucking fight. I'm gonna see if I can't bait any of their cavalry into turning around. I think there's just like absolutely nothing I can do here. It's very frustrating when the AI does this to you. All right. They're still here. They're still fighting. It looks like they're maybe trying to leave. No. All right, we technically haven't lost demand since we generated a guy coming here. All right, you're out. All of you, stop firing. Everyone collapse. You're going to the back. How'd somebody get knocked through the air? What are you talking about? So the issue that I find with hoplites in the current version of Rome Total Realism Imperium Surrectum, or sorry, with phalanxes, is in the base game, when you surround a phalanx, the phalanx breaks. But in this version, that just doesn't fucking happen. They just stay in formation and keep being a meat grinder to the front side. Which wouldn't be a big deal if I could just back off, but you've seen many times that when I back off, a phalanx will just walk away from the people behind it, like it's currently doing. The issue is that everyone behind it's just like, oh no, they're walking away, what can I do? How can I fix? What am I supposed to do against the ancient martial art of slowly walking away? And it's really fucking frustrating. The fact that they just stay in formation and walk away and my guys for some reason can't figure it out is incredibly tilting. Cool, they're already at the exit, so they're probably just going to escape. But if you could surround them, I'd really appreciate that. No, you can't do anything. The ancient martial art of walking away wins again. Oh, we did get most of them actually, maybe even all of them. For once, walking away lost. Killing that unit, I think, makes this fight worth it. Also, I wasn't planning on having a fight, and if I could just delete units of phalanxes from the Egyptian army by accident every turn, that would be really good for us. All right, so I imagine he's retreating into one of these 3 cities. Just hurry it up. Come on, get there. All right, so he's in the city now. That really isn't gonna be a big deal. I hope their walls aren't too trash. Yeah, they have walls I can stand on. That's what I really need. Well, if this city had walls I could stand on, this would be much easier to deal with, but it's still a bunch of cavalry inside of a city. We're gonna keep doing the same disrespectful bullshit to Egypt that we've been doing. We're like, what are they gonna do? Attack us with their armies? And yeah, the lack of ladders in that siege menu makes it very apparent we can't stand on these. Which is unfortunate, but probably fine. Now you might think, obviously these attacks don't work. If you were playing Egypt, you would just be like, dead. Cool, let's go bully them to death. Let's finish killing them. Why are the Rhodian cockroaches infesting the Nile? What's happening? But you aren't playing Egypt. Instead, the AI is. And I don't really think the AI, I think this is the glitch and it's a queued move, so I have to stop it. The AI is just woefully inept at defending sieges and handling logistics of movement. So let's see what it actually does do, because it's not going to be what it should do. It didn't do anything. None of my things were attacked because we're now in the Seleucid turn. What the fuck do you mean? I don't know about that. At that point, when the pathfinding is that bad, I wonder if there might be something wrong with the map, where making a bunch of forts is highlighting the problem. Because I didn't think they would do well, but I thought they would do something. That's fucking bizarre. I think I just automatically accept that. Although I want to know if I can like cheese this and change my capital location to spawn him here, hire a boat and ship him to Africa. I wouldn't mind. Because we lack ports down here. It seems weird that we would lack ports in the Nile Delta, but the one port we have is recruiting units, and Alexandria, nothing happened to them. Don't worry about that. They never had a port. But I'll adopt him. He can show up down here, even if I'd prefer to have him in Rhodes, to be honest. And we have to ally with either Greek city-states or the Antigonids. I would like the Antigonids, please. So Alexandria's mad, just like immediately. Can't really do anything about it, to be honest. Repairing this wall might help, but I don't want to spend 1,100 gold on it. Also, we're doing good on money. Having Alexandria is a really, really nice thing. They didn't sally forth, though. There are 2 stacks here now. Fuck. Maybe the second one will keep doing nothing. All right, so we're going to give up on this siege. We're going to come here. We're going to make a fort. We're going to cross over to the other side of the next bridge, check for mercs. Nothing. Somebody will have to find one, make a fort. We're going to be able to hire the merc here, I imagine? Oh no, we're not. I should have extra movement because I'm just going to be sieging Memphis. If I'm hiring this merc as a garrison anyway, I can lead fucking pathfinding. Fine, we'll do it with the general not in the army. I hope he works outside the army. I don't know if he does. I just get got by that stupid glitch all the time because it knows where things are. It won't try to walk through an enemy unit and they're blocking a pass like, oh, you can't go through there. And it will sometimes very clearly route around zone of control, but I guess it's just a coincidence because it doesn't always do it. As the enemy has no ranged units, I see no reason I shouldn't just walk my slingers to here, put them on fire at will, and AFK for a good long while. Because a lot of this is relatively low armor value cavalry. Like, it's not the most efficient shit you can do, but it's a lot of free kills. I'm gonna throw at these Greek hoplites that just walk. What was that? What are you talking about? How did you guys ever think that was right? What? I was gonna say I'm gonna throw at the Greek hoplites. They were like right next to a guy I've thrown at before, but apparently, yeah, that's why I was doing fire at will. I remember now. It's because the game's just buggy as hell about what qualifies as a line of sight over a wall with range units until the gate breaks. I don't know why, and I hate it. Anyway, let's get some gates open. They should take like some javelins from the 304 way, but they really won't do much. Also, fire at will, push them away from the gates, may as well.
The enemy gate is down! Our battering ram has done its work!
Yeah, the 304 way have thrown all their javelins now, and they did approximately fuck all with it. Also, have you heard the gates are down? So I have 2 units of phalanxes to 1 unit of cavalry on both of these flanks, and a part of me is just like, you just use the attack command. What am I thinking about? And I'm going to, but I've seen this consistently be so much less good than it should be.
The walls are taken!
So, you're winning, right, boys? You're not doing anything embarrassing for me, are you? I'm surprised it's even current. Victory is a distinct possibility. All right, look, fucking crush forward so that you have actual surface area and then fight them for real. So to let them keep going in. Cool, explode. I'll be back for you in a second. I'm sure I need to do the other thing over here. Because what's this one saying? Oh, defeat seems certain. You guys were doing better. Proud of you. But I'm still gonna do the same command, make sure you're all actually participating. Cool, now that you're here, fight properly. Now, did that actually do anything effective on the other side? They don't appear to have lost any more men than they were. Yeah, they're actually just like, the surface area is no longer good for the enemy. I'm fighting them pretty fairly. Now, what about the other horses? Has anyone reacted? Nope, they've just let these guys die. Cool. All right, I'll see you once I've finished off these cavalry on the flanks and figured out what I'm doing as my next steps. So what can we actually get done with a few volleys here? Evidently not fucking much. Okay, fine. We did get them to move though, so we can get inside the town. We're going to immediately pull right to try to have time to get inside the gates while these other 2 come down. Interesting pathfinding. I don't think at any point to go inside the gates did you all need to run backwards. It looks like these cavalry might be going back to the point, or they may be circling around to fight us. I don't know which. Back to the point, evidently. All right, cool. Based on where they are now, they're just trapped and they will be done. I'm gonna take all of my slingers, put them right here and put them on fire at will in case anything comes down the main road where we're trying to surround this. These cavalry look like they want to circle around to fight us, and the second unit here is just in the back doing nothing. So I'm gonna have this come make sure that cavalry never gets to participate properly. Like a charge to the exhausted rear could actually deal damage, this won't. And both of these fights are just easy steamrolls, I think. Not a whole lot to think about with them. Meanwhile, those guys are hanging out, these guys are hanging out, everything's cool in the rest of the town. I'm shocked that you lost a third of your unit. That's just very hard cheats. It's nothing to say about unit qualities. There we go. The 304 finally broke, and that'll be all of them done. Oh, they're back. I wasn't expecting that. The Greek hoplites are coming. I've made a bucket to catch them. Whichever one they charge, they'll get surrounded shortly thereafter, and they won't fare well for long. As it turns out, they're using inferior hoplites, outnumbered, surrounded. It's not going to go well for them, even on very hard. This is just very bad play. I feel kind of bad for this town. This feels like a ruthlessly efficient, just piece by piece dismantling of what army was here. Are they all done? Oh no, there's still some left. It's very violent. I think there's like 5 guys left. There's 48, are you sure? I do want to say, a lot of the time when people are in the forums saying that hoplites have too much morale and fight to the last man, people respond as though like the unit's not that fucked or they had a really good commander. There's no commander for the enemy army here. This was a normal Greek hoplite, the worst hoplite, most generic hoplite in the game. And it survived, surrounded 4-1 for like a minute and a half at triple speed. There are a couple of groups of cavalry left in the square. I might be able to get a line here and pull them out. I don't think I will because that's a javelin thing. I don't think slingers have the arc, but I'll try a couple different positions, see if I can't get something to work. I just noticed these guys. It's gonna make it a lot harder to put units around here, isn't it? So instead, we're just gonna go up here and we're gonna do it the normal, slightly more brutal way. Oh, hey, they're coming to fight us? What the fuck? There's more left than I thought there were. Okay, get running, guys. Oh, I think I selected the wrong units or something. Or maybe it's just bad pathing. I'm not 100% sure what happened. But this is definitely not the way I imagined it looking in my head, with these guys somehow taking different routes and fights happening over here. We should be fine. It's just like hoplites versus cavalry in multiple places, but it's definitely messier than intended. There's no strategy here either, just triple speed attack commands.
Great.
Yeah, that's about right.
The enemy general is killed.
Oh shit! This guy apparently didn't make it back in time. That was like 2 or 3 frames from not being the end of the fight. I didn't even consider it as a possibility. I'll take it. So we lose 200, they lose 600 in a city. Not the rate I really want, but all of this should be retrainable as long as I'm only losing Brody and hoplites. It really shouldn't matter. All right, if we could get like a really cool man of the hour or something from that, I'd love that. Nope, that's just the path blocked for faction leader. Damn shame. But as I step down for real this time into Memphis, are those mercs still available? They are. Good. Do I need them both? I might not need them both. I definitely need at least one. Because this guy comes to garrison a fort. The faction leader comes down and makes the other forts. There's no reason to be on the edge. I can do it. I thought that was a navy at first. I was very confused. Build this fort. And get back. So, this is not a wall, it's a deterrent. But the AI might be bad enough they're shit at going around. I can't really build any watchtowers presently either. I can get one like right here. I don't know that it'll be even remotely useful, but I'll drop it. We're gonna come up to here, pick up the army that we left behind. I'm going to replenish one of the broken units of hoplite. When I'm replenishing these guys, one of my goals is not to split inexperienced units into experienced units. So I want to do that to make sure that we have this guy not draining multiple guys. And in fact, the ones that were left had the experience, so we have a chevron here now, which is neat. For the rest of this, I'm pretty sure, I'm glad that didn't merge. I don't know why the other one even got selected. It is 79, 69 safe, it is. God, they just got wrecked, didn't they? So we can have all of this leave, or we need all of this to leave. I don't know that we can do that just yet. Low taxes makes it work for a second.
My lord.
They currently have 130 men. They should be fine with a garrison swap here.
Yes.
Letting them work backwards. Good. And then Nalcratis can send these two down. I'm not sure what they're doing yet, but they don't need to be where they currently are. Do I want to pull back? No, I can just withdraw if he gets caught. It's not important. I want him moving as far forward as possible. Then these guys garrison swap again. Nalcratis is currently overpopulated, so I want to garrison swap there. And this place needs somebody, and I just sent everyone who could have been there forward like a clown. So my only option is to just swap this man. Both these places are fine. I retrain all of this. That'll help with happiness as well because of the overpopulation that's just getting worse and worse and worse. Speaking of the overpopulation that's getting worse and worse and worse, this place is not doing great.
Yes, strategos. Yes, strategos.
I should have sent this man to govern Alexandria. But I thought I checked and these people were happy. Apparently they're not.
Orders. Yes, strategos.
Okay, so this guy has to come here just to get them happy then. This guy's just standing in the open like a clown. He'll catch up maybe, who knows. Repairing buildings in Alexandria would cost me more money. I'm going to repair this stone wall in the hope that it will give them happiness and give up on this fort. I might have to rebuild it, or Red Zed might have to rebuild it, but I just need to keep them from rioting. Like, if there's not an attack coming, I need this land to be okay. Sais is the awkward one. I need to switch garrisons to get them happy, I think.
My lord, forward.
All right, cool. I managed to get that juggled so that everyone's happy. No one's rebelling.
My lord,
Bring this army down. Start the siege.
sieging settlements,
For the love of
sir.
God, tell me I did not forget any of the
Gentlemen on the
forts.
siege, sir.
Yes, the only way to get here is to go around. I know that sounds really easy. I know it sounds really easy, but I don't fucking respect the Ptolemies. Even a little. I've seen so much shenanigans with fort walls in the past 3 weeks of playing 0.6 that I do not believe they can make this happen.
My lord,
And I would really, really like to hand Red Zed a save where we have Memphis and happiness is just working and the world's our oyster. I don't really believe I'm gonna hand him that save, but it would be cool if I did. None of the buildings available to me are worth building except for farming in Alexandria, which they don't have. This port's worth 188 a turn. Building this port fucking hurts me because it just shines a light on what a mistake it was to burn down everything in Alexandria instead of just the military buildings. But honestly, the farm's probably more valuable, and if I'm building anything, I should be building happiness. So let's build happiness instead, like a sane person. We're gonna build the happiest building we can, because they evidently need it quite desperately. I could slow my retraining to preserve this fort for the future. And also scour my land for any redundant garrisons, any forts that don't need to exist. I don't think there are any. I'm gonna slow down and garrison this. I think keeping that fort around is important. Like, I know the second this fort goes down, an army's just gonna show up and siege this place, right? Like, it's stupid to get rid of it. Now, there are some friends, potentially at least, over here. Hey, remember how we didn't ask for an alliance the first time? That was really fucked up of me. It's balanced at 5,000, so just say yes.
Regretfully, we must decline.
Okay, they don't trust me anymore this turn. That's unfortunate. I'll ask them again next turn for less than 5,000. Can this diplomat escape?
Yes, my lord.
No, of course not. I'm gonna check the western edge again.
Yes, my lord.
He's just fucking stuck down here, man. This spy is just so thoroughly fucking trapped. All right.
Yes, my lord.
I have pushed someone out of the way. I'm gonna step here and wait my turn and see if I can't get through like that. I think I've been calling my diplomat a spy. Anyway, let's get down this coastline and see if we can't actually make it round to somewhere the spy will be useful. The other stack on this side appears to have bailed. Let me go right and check and see if that's true. He's probably just like in the trees or something. No, he's just right there. He walked away. It was on volition. Didn't even have to fort wall him out. Oh, also, there's a path over here. If I had fort wall this and this and this and I was safe, I would have not known about this bridge. There's yet more. Also, this one doesn't have a wall. Not like I can get there and do anything about it quickly, nor that I'd be able to hold it, but still. Yeah, there's a lot of shit around. There's a lot of Egyptian armies moving through. Just thoroughly stressful, but you have to believe that they're bad at the game and won't stop you. Otherwise, we have no hope. We're making enough money now that I should be investing into buildings everywhere. And the answer is probably the buildings that make you happy and help with growth. Meaning sewers, by the way. We can't really make any more happiness buildings, and non-happiness buildings are not the right choice. Let's see if the Ptolemies muster a defense this time or continue to screw around. All right, see? That's exactly what I said about Alexandria. I knew this shit was coming. All right, this time, they're going up here. Who cares about this army? Let's get through, let's get through. What's next? Yeah, they just took Alexandria back. This other stack's just been standing still for the longest time. I've got no idea what causes that. A lot of people keep saying that it's like you played the game for too long. That's what causes it. I don't think that's true. I think their pathfinding is breaking somehow. Because, like, that's not possible in a hot seat. I just loaded the save when we started playing, and that stack basically hasn't moved since the first turn. I'm not a fan of Cadmos, but I'm a fan of people, and I'm fresh out of those. Alexandria's besieged by an actually pretty awful army, and Taurus exists. We could feasibly break this, but before I even try, where's my diplomat got into? Right, he's over here.
Yes, my
First things first, seriously, 4,000 generous terms. Do you want the alliance?
Regretfully, we must
I
decline.
don't understand these guys. We should be able to find a Ptolemaic city just by walking north. I'm not quite sure where, but I know once we get to the coast, I'll find one. I think there are some between me and them. Oh, they might be taking cities. I don't know if they start with that one.
Be quick.
So, ceasefire.
Our patience
I have
is
Alexandria, though. My settlements are not sufficient. They want 300,000 denarii for compensation. Cool. But, like, what if?
Surely.
No. Just no. Yeah, fair, fair. I don't know that we have any alliance or anything like that with the Ptolemies, or the Seleucids, rather. So I'm going to look into that. Just handle my other agents now while I'm thinking about them. This spy continues to work his way around towards the coastline that I actually care about. That army still hasn't moved. I can tell the rebel is still there. You try to get on the west again.
Yes, my.
All right, it's open this time. It's open.
Yes, master.
We've made it through. We're out. Finally. They're allied with the Antigonids, enemied with the Aetolians. Unfortunately, that means I would have to break an alliance to make an alliance with them, and I can't do that, but I can ask for a map, like 500 sound good?
A most generous
Thanks.
proposal.
I don't really know what I sold you, but I'm glad you wanted it. Let's get working towards actual new trade partners. He's been stuck for so long. Now, actually freeing Alexandria is not something I care to do at all. I'm going to just cancel this, I think. Do I think I can hold Alexandria? Maybe, like probably not, but it wouldn't be too hard to send over an army and relieve them if I really wanted to. Now that we're taking Memphis, it might be worth it to wall all of this. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. First, we need to take Memphis. And we're gonna have these guys participate because there's no reason not to participate on them.
Converging armies, waiting to ambush.
Let's get this assault done. What's actually in Memphis? 2 units of the really good phalangites, 1 heavy cavalry, 1 family member. You have just like a few too many guys. Is it traits or are you the factionaire in a new one? Nope, just the governor, not like a new factionaire or anything. Must have some relevant traits. And I'm just realizing there are more mercs, and I can't think of anything better to use my money on than hiring people instantly. It just seems very important. So let's get into this. This should be relatively easy to deal with, but we need to get those phalangites off the point. Fighting them to the last man will be a bloodbath that I really don't feel like we can afford. The phalanx appears to be following my conga line around the walls, which also would mean it's getting shot a lot. Not that anyone's dying. They seem to have lost like 1 man now. Oh, if they actually just stand in front of the gate, that's it. Just stop what you're doing. I'm just gonna go get myself something to drink real quick. Stretch my arms. Because they're not gonna die quickly. But I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth either. By the magic of editing, no one has to see this. You know you're min-maxing when the strategy requires you to check your storage drive to make sure you're not gonna run out of disk space, dear God. You'd think that since there were like fucking single-digit people left when I started to complain, they'd be dead by now. Because that was the plan, that I'd be complaining and they'd finish dying, but that's just not happening. They're tanks. And this guy's just not in range. He's the one who knew. Everyone else was standing in the wrong spot. He found the safe spot. He's perfectly equidistant between them. He steps in either direction, he'll get shot. Nice, good job, dude. Anyway, let's like fucking invade the city and play the game, dear God. Oh, I was AFK and I'm now fighting their units. I guess it's fine, it's phalanxes versus cavalry, they'll win. And when I say AFK, I mean not paying attention. Not what AFK means at all. Just gonna triple speed this while the cavalry slowly die, because nothing dies quickly in Ptolemaic Egypt. Alright, they're finally retreating. We get this guy out of the town too. My whole plan was to get slingers on the walls and see if I can get good angles on stuff. It's taken me a long time to get this started. Alright, they've sent 4 horses to run at my slingers while I wasn't paying attention. I'm just assuming that 160 guys with rocks can probably deal with them before they get to us, right boys? Right boys? Oh, that doesn't look good for us. Come on. Awesome. Don't do it, don't do it. You're gonna shoot yourselves. Don't you fucking do it. I know you guys. I was not expecting them to come try to fight me with the phalanx. And having made that decision, I'm just gonna send my other spearmen to engage with the stuff on the points. And tell everyone else to stay out of the way, especially my cavalry. Because yeah, I just walk away from them while they hold formation and take forever to do anything. This is a death sentence for them. Just fall back. It's not a problem. That's fine. If you want to go towards the phalanx, I'll just take the point and win that way. I don't have to fight you. You can't make me. Well, so we take all of this and we stand on the back side of the point now. Because we're just going to win by timeout. You guys charge out. You're going to give it a halt command shortly because you're not supposed to actually leave the point until someone else gets there. Looks like we'll have someone else on the point by the time you get off. So I might have done too late and now they get on the points. Yeah. Oh well, it's fine. The phalanx is still not here. Oh, all of you, by the way, really important, don't fire at will. I like my units being alive. We're gonna keep slowly walking away from this phalanx. It's just embarrassing, this siege, really. The phalanx has reconsidered its course of action and is trying to turn around. That is understandable. I'm going to charge the phalanx in the rear instead.
Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed!
Now, obviously, I would prefer not to fight the phalanx here. I'm really seriously thinking, will I take more wounds if I back away and let them get shot in the side, or if I hold them off the point? And also, it's just hoplites, right? Somehow messing this up and getting wounds in the Rhodian slingers would be far worse. Yeah, run past. You guys need to actually fight them, which you're not currently doing. I want to see this cheese grater in action, because I know it's going to be bad. I know it's going to be fucking terrible. All right, before this started, we were at 995. Let's see how many kills they get how quickly. Honestly, it's not as bad as I felt like it is in the past. Maybe I've been imagining they're worse than they are. They only killed 10 people and then it pretty immediately stopped. Yeah, cool. All right, triple speed, this is over. Like, don't get me wrong, 20 people have died, but it's a third tier unit against first tier unit, so that's fair. And I think we would have taken more wounds if we had tried to kill them to the last man on the points, even though we would have gotten to shoot them in the side.
Gods be praised.
All 74 of those kills are right at the end of that unit of phalanx, which is why I was so concerned about killing the first one cheesily. All right. Let's hope this works. I haven't checked. I'm hoping it works for Ptolemaic culture and not just Egyptian now. Might be some happiness issues when I click this if it doesn't work. The Great Pyramid and Sphinx of Giza negates the culture penalty of Egyptian buildings for non-Egyptian factions. They have a minus 50% culture penalty because the fucking pyramid doesn't work for Ptolemaic Egypt. Who's this for then? What's the point of this wonder? I knew that was a possibility, but I was really hoping it wasn't. I would honestly classify that as a bug report. Out of curiosity, are there like Egyptian buildings further down the Nile and this actually does something at the game start for Egypt? Or is this just useless now unless it's like turn 200 and you're conquering the Egyptian revolt who's had time to build up their infrastructure for 100 turns, right? Like this seems like it just doesn't do anything anymore and it just, like, that's not good. We have two wonders and they both suck. Anyway, let's destroy this recruitment building, that's for sure. Let's destroy the recruitment building and the other one as well, because I forgot to do that. Taking a look at garrisons, I believe this guy might have been able to do it on his own. Yes. Looking at everyone's happiness, we're actually doing surprisingly good. Oh, that's probably, yeah, that's specifically the cities that have just recruited hoplites, that makes sense. I would obviously prefer to just leave a governor. They're not having it. That's why we hired these relatively cheap, shitty skirmishers. All right, admittedly, I forgot to lower the taxes, so they're a lot closer to accepting this than I thought they were. I'm going to break this down. And I'm going to leave the inexperienced hoplite here as a garrison so that they'll be happy. Because they just fucking need it, apparently. See if I can't get this guy out. Nope, it needs them to. Send the weak hoplite back to be retrained. Yeah, this is a hard win, isn't it? Because there's this river path to the east. And you can't build adjacent to cities here. Let's get this spy, head north, see what the state of things are over here. Has it gotten any better? Looks like it's the same. It's the exact same level of awful as it used to be. As it stands, it looks to me like these settlements are not worth holding. I thought Memphis would fix happiness, and it doesn't. So I don't want to hand over the save in this state. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to think for a while and get back to this. Because I've created a logistical minefield here. Like, this city's eastern entrance here, I didn't know this existed, right? And as a result, this sucks. We can't push this army away. We can't hold. Memphis does nothing for us. All right, so I've been thinking this a while. I'm not quite sure on the final steps, but I'm getting there. So let's work out the rest of it together. I don't think the AI is just gonna walk up and siege the settlement. It can, but even if it does, that's at least 2-turn warning before we need to defend other things. Memphis is making enough money to be worth keeping, even if I have to garrison 3 fucking forts. They're already there, I already paid for them, so it's still worth fighting for. In that case, to make Memphis happier, we should send the best governor we have there, because it's one of our most valuable cities presently. Meaning this guy's free, and he can come over here. I've moved one of the hoplites I just recruited over to here. Because we don't want people running through here laying siege to our cities either. So this fort wall zone controls both of these, making it a nightmare for the enemy to move through. Now they're not blocked, they can easily cross through here. They don't. We've been watching this guy not do it for fucking ever. So should this be safe? No, it shouldn't be. But it has been, and I'm gonna assume it will continue to do so. I could theoretically come here and drop a fort as well. And honestly, even though I don't like it, I'm going to. This guy's a decent governor though. He should be somewhere. This guy's also a decent governor. That's literally 5 horses. All right, cool. You get into the fort, this guy can come govern. So with these 2 new forts made, it's notably harder to get into here. We've accepted the danger here. There's no point going south. This is a nightmare land of endless Egyptian armies. I don't know how many are down there, but I assume it's at least 3. And I'm just gonna hope they all shit around and do nothing right here. But yeah, like eventually they'll come down and take Memphis. Nothing I can do to stop it. And as a result, I don't think it's worth investing anything here. If we do invest here though, and we do make anything, it's either economy or hoplites. The tier 1 range units here are trash, although I should have actually looked at the regional ones. Cool, we're good. The tier 1 range units here are trash. I'm also going to start the most beneficial public happiness building here, which is the Shrine to Zeus. I have no redundant internal forts that I see. I think the plan should be for the army to move out here. These 3 hoplites just got trained. It's easier for me to get hoplites than Rhodian Slinger, so I want the Rhodian Slinger to leave, not the hoplite. And this hoplite became a garrison. The money I have needs to go towards the governor's palace in Nalcratis. There's just not an alternative, and trying to get this built for a while and not having the money to do it. We need boats. We're gonna build 2 boats. And these guys are probably using like a YOLO across the sea without joining up to try to become ferries to get us somewhere else. Like, we just need to fucking bail and go to Cyprus or something. There's 4 stacks over here and 2 stacks down here. There might be some bleed over. They're eventually gonna come around. There's not much to our left. We can go west by land and fight for Kyrene. Eventually sack Carthage. It can't be worse than this war, right? But yeah, that's sort of the place that I'm in. We're gonna need boats at some point, and the places down here just need to keep pumping units. The army's up to 3, 4, 11. That's not good. There's too much in garrisons right now. Can you get out now that we have a better governor? He can. Good, good, good. I'm gonna swap the Slinger here into the city to the west, and the Hoplite here in the city to the east. The reason for this is entirely to get the Slinger moving back towards the recruiting centers to eventually swap it with a Hoplite and put it into the army. Because again, we can't really get Slingers down from Rhodes anymore, so we need to do shit like that. Oh, is this guy like exhausted and holding the army back? He is. It's worth separating them out into 2 separate armies to make that obvious for Red, because that's not something I would even think to check. And because horse archers are good units, and that has more mobility, I would actually do this every single time, I think. I would vastly rather have a horse archer in the army than an exhausted hoplite. And there's no way it's getting anywhere this turn, so the best thing to do is to put it into your own territory and regroup with this to fill out the movement speed next turn. It's actually not a thing where Red Zed's gonna get a choice about it. There's just only one move that makes sense from a logistics perspective, unfortunately. And as I've finished the turn, I should go ahead and hit in turn myself and see what happens. And if, you know, like a full stack were to show up and siege something, that'd be funny. I could get Red Zed back by handing the save over with a nightmare scenario. But I think we're so aggressively fort walled that that's not a possibility. One stack's wandered off to the east. They're big fans of wandering, not big fans of doing anything useful. And up to Seleucid turn. Hell yeah. All right, so that's going to be it for us. Nothing else is going to happen over the intern phase is going to matter at all. The Ptolemaic War is all that matters. Our economy is stable. Most of our land is locked in. Some of our land's pretty tenuous, but I thought Memphis would be better than it was and worth being hard to fight for. Now I'm just hoping it's easy to fight for and that Egypt's really incompetent. I'm not sure if it's going to be possible to hold that in the long term. I just wish I'd progressed our landmass for something more valuable. I had no idea that the pyramids at Gaza weren't going to do anything. That's so unfortunate. With the additional happiness, we'd have made so much more money from taxes. We'd have been so much more safe to conquer things, leave smaller garrisons. But that additional river passing directly on top of the city that I didn't know about, combined with it's just so frustrating. Regardless, though, I'm happy with this episode. I'm happy with the progress we've made, and we might eventually lose that and abandon it. I think we have to go west to Kyrene or north to Cyprus. I don't think we can stay here in the Delta. I don't think there's any safe territory to fight for at this point. I'm going to adopt that guy immediately, just guaranteed. Wonder why I showed up in Memphis. Oh, because there's a guy in there. Fair enough. I am going to just like pop him out of the settlement because there's no reason to keep him in it. So it's obvious to Red there is a guy who's doing stuff. This probably has siege equipment by now. Yes, it does. It has a singular battering ram. Look at them go. All right, this is a proper kingdom. It's dangerous. It's nowhere near as safe as I would like, and I don't know why this isn't getting sieged into the ground. But it's working. Kind of.
My lord?
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. The 9,500 was from the Athens tribute. It wasn't real income. Very unfortunate. So our income's not grown as much as I would like it to, but our army has been growing. The issue is that so much of it is over here in these forts holding the land. Still at 3,500 for these settlements, the forts are more than being paid for right now. So these are a net gain to us. It's just nowhere near as big as it should be, nor is it as safe as I would like it to be. And honest to God, I think the play is you leave Alexandria and you either walk to Kyrene or you get on boats, because I did do a test save for this ages ago when we were first talking about the campaign. You can take a boat from here to here in one turn. You can make the trip if you have the mobility. So I think we're bailing on the Delta. I think now that we've secured it, with the amount of military we're seeing on Very Hard Extreme out of Egypt, and we don't have a single full stat to our name yet, we can like sit around and build up and then come try to fight them, but our army's just like a one-note hoplite spam. I think we need to go find a smaller fish to pick on. I don't know how to fight the Ptolemies from here, and I have no idea what to expect when I get the save back next time. But for now, I'm rambling. I've had a good time. I hope this is as good as I think it is. This feels tenuous as shit. I keep handing the save back and thinking that this could all fall apart immediately, but I guess Red Zed's probably in the same boat and it's been working so far. Anyways, thank you for watching. Thank you to Red Zed for hosting the hot seat. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, Evan and Jeffrey B. And I won't see all of you in the next one, but I'll see all of you soon.